Everyone on tech Twitter is losing their minds over Clawdbot right now. So I downloaded it the other day. It's been promised to be the AI that Siri should have been. I am going to walk you through the setup and basically why I think most business owners don't really need this right now. I'll show you exactly what it does, who it's for, and the one audience I think it does make sense for, which is probably not you. So what even is Clawdbot? So it's actually just been rebranded to Moltbot because Claude or Anthropic were like, hey guys, that sounds too much like us and we're not affiliated with it. So it was created by a guy called Peter Steinberger and he basically released this early January as open source. So the pitch is that it's AI that lives in your messaging apps. It can do things for you, check in flights, manage your calendar, control smart home. It can message you. It has persistent memory, so it remembers your conversations across sessions and, give you like briefings and things like that. So people are calling it Claude with hands and sharing screenshots of like insane setups. So there has been like some security concerns. Also, people have been like running out and buying Mac Minis for this. So I didn't set it up. I didn't go out and buy a Mac Mini. I just set it up on DigitalOcean. So that's just a private server, a virtual private server, and it has a cheap subscription, which I'll probably get rid of in the next few days, to be honest with you, because I am underwhelmed by it. So why did I download it in the first place? So I was really excited. I got caught up in the hype like everyone else. And I wanted to see, was this as good as everyone was saying? So to be completely honest with you, I'm underwhelmed. And I'm underwhelmed for a few reasons. I find that most of the stuff that I have set up on Claudebot, I could just do with Claude Code and N8N. So for context, you can have messaging between yourself and AI like this and it go off and do tasks. You can set up N8N workflows. You can set up cron. And for anyone who is non-technical like me, that is just like basically like a schedule. And so in Claude Code, it runs a schedule. So it's like Monday, 9 a.m. and it like triggers the workflow or the Python script. And so that is essentially what Claudebot is doing. The thing that is appealing here is you can message. So this is in my Slack. And so I just have this channel with Claudebot and I'm like, hey, what are we working on? And so it's like, I've got these two sub-agents working on some post-workshop emails and a welcome sequence prep. One thing I do like is whatever it is working on, it is just posting to this private GitHub repository. So I can see these drafts. So it's kind of like, you're working with an AI assistant in something like Google Drive or like OneDrive. So that is cool. That feels collaborative. But again, you could do this with Claude Code on your computer. There's a couple of things to consider here too. You do need to set this up in the terminal. So if you are not familiar with that, so I set it up on DigitalOcean, but then you still have to create a connection in your terminal that then sets it all up on the virtual server. So that there is a learning curve there. And again, if you're doing that, I think that you should probably just play around with Claude Code in the terminal or in Cursor. Yeah. And, you've got to pay for the VPS. You need to set up your bot I set mine up on Slack. You can set it up on Telegram. And again, you can do this stuff for N8N and Claude. It's not like download an app. You have to be comfortable in the terminal just to at least set this up. And to run it 24/7, like it says that you can, you need that server ongoing. And if you want to use the browser automation skill, which is probably one of the highest risk activities, you need a lot of like gigabytes for that. And the other downside too is security is your responsibility. So if you misconfigure this or if you accidentally give it, say, API keys, and then, it's just like go on and put those in a public GitHub repo, you're in trouble. So just jumping over here. So these are the skills for Claudebot. So these are the way that I think about these two is these are like Claude skills for Claude Code or even just in Claude. So these are basically skills, and we'll just jump into this one. And it tells you like what it can do. So this is like, it creates a to-do list and a task list. Okay, that's great. But the thing is, if I download this, I don't know what's in zip. So I haven't downloaded any of these skills because again, non-technical. I don't know if, there's a prompt injection in here. Is this going to put something on my computer that I have no idea what's happening? So it's kind of restricted in what I can even let it do. I'm sure there are people out there doing crazy stuff with this. But for me, I have given it access to like an email address and my Slack channel and my GitHub. So it's just a little bit underwhelming. And if you are like me and you don't have that technical knowledge, it's probably not a good idea to be downloading like these random skills. So again, if you're a business owner and you're like, am I missing out on Clawdbot? I would say no, you are not. Like, having played with it for the last 2 days, I don't see the ROI on this. Like, it's not making me money. I'm learning Claude Code at the moment, which I'm finding is like the effects of that are going to compound rather than like playing around with Claudebot. The idea is novel. Like, it is cool to jump in here and be like, hey, Claudebot, like, let's do this thing together. But really, it's not that different to like opening Claude Code and being like, let's set up a project for this. Let's do this. I guess what is cool is I can like be in the car and be like, hey, like, go do this thing. Again, you can set that up with Claude Code. There are people using Claude Code on their mobiles now. So I just don't really see what the hype is. But I don't know, maybe I'm missing something here. You know, the AI that can check in for flights for you, that sort of thing. You can do that. Like, even ChatGPT agent, like, you can do that stuff. So I don't think it's groundbreaking. So who is this actually for? I would say that it is for developers who want to tinker and customize everything and know what they're doing. So that is not me. And, you know, people who want AI with like full system, no guardrails, and they're comfortable with those security trade-offs. And they're people who are confident and familiar with building agents, and they're like, sweet, let's just like try this and push the envelope, I guess. So it's not for business owners who want AI to save time. I have spent so much time just chatting with, I've called it Charlie, but like nothing has really moved the needle forward for me. It's not for non-technical founders looking for productivity gains, and anyone who's not familiar with, you know, maintaining infrastructure. So I guess that's like what the hype doesn't tell you. So it is a glimpse, I think, of where we are going with like personal AI assistance. But I would say that it's not where we need it to be right now. And for non-technical people there, I think that the risks currently outweigh the ROI. As I said, it's like fun, it's novel, but if you're thinking about it, like, I would just say hold off, see where it goes, see who kind of builds off the back of this and improves it and kind of solves some of these issues. But for 95% of business owners, I think Claude Code and learning N8N are going to actually be where you get the most ROI. So I will be keeping an eye on this. I won't be recommending it to my clients. You know, they could figure out how to build workflows with Claude Code and N8N, and that is going to be more worthwhile for them. So if you want AI that actually helps your business without requiring a computer science degree, that's what I teach. So I will drop the link to my membership below. But yeah, watch this space, but currently underwhelmed by it. And if you found this helpful or you want more AI tips without the overwhelm, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video.